One of the most important aspects of teaching is how you carry yourself or present yourself as a professional. Hopefully, during your time here in the AAT program, your instructors have modeled for what it's like to be a professional and have discussed with you extensively of the characteristics of a professional. Now, whether you're going to be going to a 4-year teacher education program or going directly into the classroom as an EA or PPT, you're going to find out that people will judge and evaluate you on how you carry yourself and present yourself in the classroom, or how professional you are. It really is the thing that separates a teacher with some knowledge in a classroom versus an educator in a classroom. And keep in mind, folks, going into a 4-year teacher education program, you will actually receive a grade on how professional you are. So we thought it would be very important in this last course to review what the characteristics of being a professional are. And it's real easy to remember. If you say yes to each of these, am I prepared? Am I punctual? And am I participating? You'll be demonstrating professionalism. So let's take a quick, closer look at these three. To show a preparation of your assignments, you should do these 4 things. You should make sure you are accessing Laulima regularly for instructions and due dates so you won't forget anything. When you do turn in work, it should be proofread to show that you cared about it and you present it in some sort of professional format that looks nice. Things that are presented like they've been thrown together at the last minute don't look nice and will reflect on you. One thing that's really important is that the work you submit is your own, or that you've cited if it comes from another source. This is really important because this is called plagiarism. It is okay to borrow from other teachers as long as you show and give credit that it's from them and say that you've adapted their work. Then it's okay. Do you submit that work on time? Having things always turn in late on your job as a teacher will not bode well for you in the future. If you do those 4 things, you will be prepared to do the work. For punctuality, basically all you do is got to be there when you say you're going to be there. So if you are punctual, you will attend all 5 classes on time, not be 20 minutes late, not be a half hour late, and so on. You will attend appointments that you make with the instructor and don't leave them hanging. Telling your future principal that you're going to be there and don't show up will definitely not bode well for your future. And if you make any commitments, whether it's to an instructor, to people in the AAT program, or service learning schools, you need to make sure you follow through, because every time you don't is a mark mentally against you, and you be evaluated as somebody who's not reliable. So make sure you're punctual. And then finally, do you participate? Teaching is a great profession with a lot of fun professionals that when they're all on the same page, it's a great place to be. So when you're in the class, make sure you communicate clearly, openly, respectfully your ideas. Ask questions. Find out what's going on. When you're collaborating with other professionals, sometimes you need to be both a leader and a supporter. So if you're uncomfortable about being a leader, jump in once in a while, because that's part of the teaching profession, is sometimes we have to lead. Especially when we're not we're a little scared. And number 3, find places that will allow you to grow in what you think is important. Teaching is a lifelong profession because we're lifelong learners. We'll always be different 10 years down the road. And then self-reflect upon your work, and when you have to respond to feedback, do so in a solution-oriented manner instead of, sometimes we pout, but instead we try to find a solution. So if you do those 3 things, you participate, you're punctual, and you are preparing your assignments, you'll be considered a professional, and we would love to have you. All right, good luck.